You know me. I've known Bunny for a long time. We go back to the early to mid 90s to Cub Scouts, Pac 98 in Mountaindale, where Bunny was the troop leader, I guess, with Penny and Todd. And my older son became a Cub Scout, and that's how I met Bunny. Then I think she was on the PTA, and I just saw her in school all the time because Heidi and my younger son were in the same class, so I just always saw Bunny. And we got to know each other through, class parties and all that. Well, when Heidi and Adam went to 7th grade, and I became the drama club director, Bunny was always there, helping out. So the following year, when I was told I was doing it again, I went up to Bunny, I said, I could probably use a stage manager. Now, neither one of us really knew what a stage manager did, but she said, yeah. And she came and she built the sets and she got the kids where they needed to be, and I think we had 3,000 kids in the cast that year. We did Gypsy. There were a lot of kids in the class that year, in the cast that year. And then she was my stage manager for 8 to 10 more years. So a little while after that, I was involved here at the Rivoli, and we needed people backstage and whatever, and I said, hey Bunny, there's this theater that I work at in South Fallsburg, and they need people. They need people to work backstage. Why don't you come on over? And she did, and she stayed. And the rest, as they say, is history, because we all who have worked with Bunny knew how she ran backstage. She ran it very, very well. So, as was mentioned before, there were a few years where Bunny stepped away from the Rivoli, for health reasons, I believe. And about 2018, I think it was, we were doing a show, and we had a stage manager who didn't have a whole lot of experience, so we needed somebody to help her out. And I saw Bunny, and I said, hey Bunny, we could use a little more help at the theater, backstage and whatnot. And she's like, I'm there. And she's been here again ever since, doing what she needed to do. We will miss her and everything that she did for the theater here and for the Fallsburg Drama Club. And I'll tell that little story that Lori didn't want to tell earlier, and I'll tell it a lot shorter than Lori would have told it. Basically, Lori, Bunny, Tom, and myself drove out to Cincinnati for a funeral, and it was just going to be an overnight thing. This was shortly after Bunny had her lap band surgery, I believe. Correct, Lori? Yeah. And she had to be really, really careful about what she ate. So, of course, we were eating out, and on the way home, Bunny must have eaten a piece of broccoli. Broccoli doesn't digest very well, and if you have lap band, you really have to watch what you eat. So, all the way home, we were in a minivan at the time. Bunny is just gagging and choking, but she was okay, but she just had to make that sound because it was still stuck in her throat. And gagging and choking, we had said, Bunny, you really need to lay down. So now she's in the trunk of the minivan. And we're driving home, and we're like, the three of us are like, what do we do? She's choking back there. So somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania, I don't even know where we were, it was the middle of the night, we find a hospital. We bring her to an emergency room, and then we're like, we don't know what's going on, and she's like, well, they just gave her a sedative, a relaxer, and we put her back in the trunk of the car. And she was fine. She got home, and everything was wonderful. I guess she digested that broccoli. So, anyway, Bunny, we are going to miss you terribly. I love you. I love everything you helped me do at the school and here. And she was my director, too, a couple of times. She loved her farces. Bunny, love you. I don't know where you are.